Right, it's recording.
We'll see how many come. If necessary, we'll just go on one table.
If you're going to do it on one table, do you want
The session we had this morning, there were 6 of us, and the enterprise got 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Who was that with Kevin?
Yes.
Yes. Someone shutting the door on us. Yeah, just making sure that no one. Making sure that nobody comes in. Yes. I'm going to read over already, just so that if anybody does arrive, they know it's really bad. I think that's probably it. So why don't we go? I will move. So no one wants to. I don't know if the title for this is the size of the application. Yes. Yes. So I haven't got one of our slide. Right. Let me see. So this is a workshop. So the 14 you'll have some discussion. Ready? Have a bit of fun. I've used different colours. I thought I'd look at the roots of the words. And I might shut the door. And then really sort of take some of this, the meaning of the words, and then really discuss around it. Because I think what's interesting is that EA and architecture means different things to different people. But before we kick off with that, why don't we just go around the table and introduce ourselves?
Okay. Paul Stevens, I'm an enterprise architecture specialises in infrastructure and technology services as a power generation company. And a warning. Last week, I was showing a guy something on a colour-coded presentation, and he said, it's all very good, but I'm colourblind.
Is anyone colourblind?
You're safe to do so. Yeah.
It is.
I'm Sally Bean. I'm an enterprise architecture consultant, and my specialism is making enterprise architects more people friendly. So, in other words, coaching people teams, communication, things like that.
How do you call it? I'm a senior infrastructure engineer for TFL. Looking into moving into CEO infrastructure, architecture role. So very naive in these architecture sphere, and we want to get to know a bit more about how to get in, things I need to know, how to factor into it.
Nathan Cobb, I'm a contractor, consultant. We used to be head of enterprise architecture, etc. Currently design authority on our largest back office transformation program. So program director. It's 4 years of business design organisation.
Okay. Sachin, welcome.
So actually, one of the things I can say about myself is that I've got quite a broad overview of the EA because I used to be the co-chair of the IRM EA. That involved picking the speakers and really arranging the
That's
progress.
probably writing you for.
Yes. Which is great fun.
So Sachin, why not introduce yourself?
We can arrange this.
So, Sachin Conceptual, I'm part of the committee, has an option state by development, as a specific group, we are working at the Triangle as a manager. So, our focus is on application and the past users are more on the operations and the side. Things too much changing depending on how what customers are asking and
So IBM. TSB as well.
Sorry?
TSB as well.
Not PhD. But I did present to the slide of so I think some of the data migration coming. So yeah. So,
Okay, yeah, and I'm Lord Mitchell. I co-chair this BCS EASG. Oh, great, there's a couple more. We all fit round one table until anyone else comes in, and then and I suppose my objective out of it, I've had a background mainly in telecommunications myself, but more recently, the last 2 or 3 years, helping clients move into the cloud, or even telecoms companies move into the cloud. So I've found this whole emergence of cloud very interesting when it impacts an organisation. The whole thing, which is one of the sessions earlier, seems to be back to the Wild West where anything goes. So trying to have a sort of top-down view of architecture and discipline and everything else seems to be pretty more difficult than it was a few years back. Do introduce yourself and then we'll start.
Right, I'm Simon Polavina at Sheffield Town University. I'm involved in sort of enterprise architecture practice. I work with an organisation called Leading Practice. I'm a practitioner, but also as a researcher's academic. So looking at something called conceptual structures, understanding the
Oh, good. Well, I think
enterprise architecture as well. So
And
I'm on, for my sins, I'm on the next session.
oh, great. Okay, so
Come on down, yeah, don't worry, I won't give you anything, it'll be appropriate for the audience.
So yeah, apologies for the yellow, but I thought we'd start with 6 sections really. Look at the roots, the etymology of it, and so I came up with some quite fun things there. And then talk about sort of leadership aspects of architecture, which came through quite strongly. We don't rarely talk too much about that. A lot of the things so far today is somehow subservient to other people in the business who take the leadership role, but that's actually a key part of it. And then also architecture as a sort of supporting structure. And I'll come on some images. Sort of, actually, an arch, yes, is actually a supporting structure for whatever it is you want in business, as well as a leader. And then the storytelling, which has come through quite strongly today. And then a bit of a final discussion around the art and craft of architecting, left brain, right brain kind of stuff. Yeah, as to, a lot of left brain stuff going on here, but what about the right brain and how can we bring that in? And then also finally looking at, it's all very well these arches, but how do we round the circle out? Again, kind of quite conceptual, but I've been doing some work for Sally on the workshops last year looking at circular economy and how we actually help companies become more circular thinking. So that's it. So the roots. Arches go right back a long way. This is a natural arch from Utah, in the States. It's apparently the longest span until the Chinese said they had a longer one, but they wouldn't. But an arch is a very elegant construction, both in terms of, it sort of naturally looks kind of a cool place to both be under and to perhaps walk across. And in terms of etymology actually, etymology is insects. I've taken the green and the right. So on the left we've got enterprise, which is an old French word. I love this thing: adventurous disposition, readiness to undertake challenges, and spirit of daring. I don't see much of that today.
I wonder if that's where Star Trek got the term enterprise, to boldly go.
Probably, yeah, exactly.
Man has
yeah.
forged.
But that's quite nice, isn't it? And then on the right-hand side, this sort of two roots, archon and tecton. Archon is the ruler, quite the person in charge. The guy who's really directing this. The first one this morning was interesting. The role of director in a film, which was a key, and right to sort of things like archbishop which is the leading bishop. That's the head person in charge. And monarch and hierarchy. Yeah. Again,
That director producer split was features in Fred Brooks' book The Mythical Man Month, which is as well as being famous for the fact that he said that adding more people to a late software project makes it later.
Yeah.
A lot of the book is about architecture, the role of the architect against the project manager. He drew that comparison there.
and then Tecton, which is a kind of artisan, craftsman, somebody who understands their craft. And one of the things that struck me today is this idea of can you take an architect from one industry, say banking or conference somewhere else, and are they going to be effective because they don't know that industry? I don't know, that's a good question. I think consultancy companies like to make people sort of transferable across different industry boundaries, and that can be useful, but it also can be dangerous if somebody doesn't understand the context of the craft. Can you turn a carpenter into a turner of pots or something like that? I don't know. So there are skills that go along with certain structures that might not be as transportable. And it's contrasted with an ironworker or a smith, or a stoneworker. In other words, a carpenter or a woodworker or a builder is not the same as an ironworker or a smith or a stoneworker. And in fact, we often think of stoneworkers as masons, in architecture. And that whole building analogy, I'm talking to someone else about that today. Sort of, they didn't like the building analogy. Architects were buildings, but they preferred town planning, the sort of layer above it. So quite a complex set of ideas there, actually, just within that word tecton, which is also kind of where we get texture from, fabric. Yeah. So I don't know if there's anybody who got any thoughts on either of the green or the blue boxes there.
Well, we use the. I run a Getting Started in the workshop for the RN conference, and we stole a slide from somebody else, Ruth Mallory and Dana Brademeyer, who are American teachers of architecture, and this is the slide. It is essentially enterprise architecture is about crossing boundaries. As opposed to solutions architecture, which is creating a thing, which is a solution. Enterprise architecture is making those boundaries work. And then we go on to say, well, there's a macro level, which is enterprise-wide. What does it mean? Things important enterprise-wide. There's a mid-level, which is kind of making like the business unit or something like that, making that coherent. Then the micro level is where people are actually architecting things that are going to be put together and actually work. So
real things.
Real things. So that's real. That's stuff that works, and this is more conceptual. Conceptual because it's about making things coherent rather than making. It's about avoiding incoherence.
I guess that I was thinking the kind of adventure piece is actually you are often leading into the unknown, right? Because it's not, like you said, it's not real things. Often we're talking about you're leading an adventure, which is a bit of risk-taking sometimes. And I think sometimes that gets rolled off and that gets lost.
Yes.
That actually it is about taking some leaps of faith and actually get lost in kind of like actually what's my model and mathematical answers to some of these things and actually currently leading a project that it was basically is a leap of faith. You're building a kind of story that goes, if we spend this amount of money, it will be different. And I think I can tell you kind of how it's going to be different. I don't know. Yeah. Currently it's a 10,000 person organisation in 80 countries. Doing 6 months of analysis does not tell you what all of those people are up to. It gives you an idea. And that's a kind of, right now we're going to throw 120 people at it for 4 years and we'll see if we actually end up with what the answer is. But otherwise it's leading to risks through that. I through that journey.
And I think the essence of what we do is we help them to visualise it.
Yes.
To produce some sort of representation.
I agree with your that slide there, because that's my experience. It's I have to basically look at cross-discipline, cross-team, or should I say cross-silo. More likely.
And show them the same silos. Yeah.
Exactly. And we were a project manager, project managers at Conceptual. He said, when do you need a project? And we've got two silo teams who don't talk to each other. We need them both to cooperate.
Yeah.
I did experience exactly that same working at all these projects in the room, lean and everything like that, but they're all in silos. So what we had to do was basically just get them to try and relate to each other's terms.
Yeah.
And that was kind of just trying to get that across the wider remit, because they had their own terminology, their own way of working. And
There's a fundamental communication thing that getting people to communicate, not just now but into the future. So you're laying out the vision, and I think this leadership thing is key. I mean, if we look at the master builder directive works, high crafter themes that came through, it's one of my most favourite cathedrals, Salisbury, and have lots of arches there to support that main tower, which I think still is a lot of this standing spire of Europe. I mean, it's extraordinary, mainly from wood, where it's stone clad. And those arches support, so you kind of have this underpinning, perhaps back to Sally's idea of smaller, sort of the arches at the bottom, and then another set of arches, and then finally the ones at the top that are really keeping the thing high. But I mean, the original architect of that, we don't know who it was, well, I don't know who it was, but what a vision to have, really, to actually say, we're going to build one of them, and it's still around.
Sorry, we're in the heat of Gothic. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I think another word which is overarching.
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 Oh, that's a Louis.
That's Louis.
It was a Lewis, I should say.
Yes, and again, built really more for art and sort of magnificence than a cathedral, which was, slightly different functioning, get everybody into praise God or whatever. But that whole idea of a symbol that, you just said, oh, that's Louis, I don't know, is it Louis?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter.
Not been there.
No, nor have I, but it's really iconic, and
that's the
that,
guy.
and apparently there was some big peace treaty or something that was done underneath there, and that sort of representation of Capitol Hill. But what a magnificent thing! But moving more into, I'm going to do it because I can, rather than I'm going to create something particularly useful.
so was an arch, was it designed as a structure to support things? Was it just a functional? Was it originally like an arch of functional? This is the best way that you keep the building up, like the cathedral. Was that a build? It's the best way to have an arch than a flat. I don't know. I'm not building arches. Is it functional?
Yeah, it is.
He's functional.
And because of that perception, it's kind of grown into this.
I would say it's not just functional, it's a facade as well.
A facade,
right? So I think it's the purposes. One is providing a structural support which is more functional in turn. Second thing is acting as a facade.
Yes.
So how you look at organization from a full macro point of view, or you view a building from outside point of view where you can see its magnificent arch.
But it's interesting that why an arch has that significance. I don't know if I'm going off topic.
No, this
That's
why doesn't an arch resonate in our heads in that way, in that case? Because I thought, it's because we see it functionally working, people put two and two together and say, oh, this is an effective structure, it has some kind of godlike significance, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I'm purely speculating.
If I look at the engineering principles of it.
Engineering, yeah.
Yes, it basically you don't have the weak points on it. It's the load is spread across the whole.
That's what I was wondering.
Bit. Whereas I think when I was at the RN last year, someone said to me about the original Comet aircraft. They had square windows, they didn't have round ones. I think the weak points were actually the points.
There you go.
So so what you're doing is spreading the load by putting the curve in.
There you go.
You notice how in the old Anglo-Saxon buildings, the Romanesque structures, you can see that the buildings were, the walls were very thick, and then you had this big arch on top. It was really very heavy, so they were supported by those very strong pillars and columns, because they had to be big or else they'll just fail. So you had very little lighting because they have these solid walls, so you have a very small window of lights into the building. And then when you get to the Gothic thing, you can actually use flying buttresses on the sides, so you can have more sort of a bigger, a higher, taller building with more windows and more light, and it's thinner and it's not as big and bulky as the buildings. Because those flying buttresses, the buttresses that they actually support the arches at the top. So now you can actually be taller, build taller and bigger buildings.
I hadn't realised that's important, because when you look on the outside, it just looks like it's a huge building, but it's smaller on the inside. The flying buttons are in the eye of the facade.
Because when you get in, you can actually see the roof shots where they actually meet where they meet. Because you have like 4 points, and then it's stress, the pressure's coming on all the other sides. It supports that arches a bit more, so you can actually have bigger arches in this space.
Yeah. This is lovely light. And then this is another one I got. Now this is, I think, just pure art, but what this really demonstrated for me is the importance of although it's resting on the ground, probably just hanging there. The keystone, the capstone of the whole thing. And yeah, that's just on bits of slate sort of put together. But there's an elegance, isn't there, to it, that somehow that thing that would normally fall over is being held by other things.
So all the loads go into the sides and to the ground. So
Yeah.
Is that a drywall structure? It's not. It's not.
It's
drywall.
drywall, yeah.
Drywall
It's
structure.
I think that's the thing that we as architects like to go for elegant things, whereas people that sometimes work with just make something that works.
Yes.
And usually, I mean, and we tend to like to think that elegance equates to sustainable.
Something,
If it's elegant, it's probably easy to change. May not possibly. Other people may not appreciate those values.
And there's a sort of symmetry as well, particularly as we arch into the future, that somehow we start somewhere and we go on our journey and then we reach a point where we've got to start coming home again. You know, closing that loop, which we'll come on to, but this idea that somehow something is balanced all the time, and if the thing was over to the left or to the right, that particular picture, it would be so pleasing to the eye. Yeah.
But sometimes I find myself being guilty of drawing some sort of architecture diagram and wanting it to be symmetrical. There's no real reason why it should be. Again, from an artistic point of view, I've got to put a box on that side, for example. No, I've got a different number of boxes. That is wrong.
I'm going to create something that doesn't exist just to make it look
It's just
Yes, something which came to my mind just now is of architects having their viewpoints actually. And when you're representing a viewpoint, obviously you don't want to represent a bad viewpoint actually. So every architect having their own viewpoints and they want to represent the things in a good simplistic manner. So yes, it's a representation of that as well. So viewpoints, again, as you said, presented symmetrically, showing some alignments and all that sort of thing.
So yeah, it's an argument. So it was interesting going to Graham Burris's session where he was comparing Togath and Archimate, these various sort of things, and they all have different language. It doesn't really matter what you call it, so long as within the domain you're all calling it the same thing. So it goes back to communication. In that, it doesn't matter really which piece of slate you're using on the left or the right, so long as it's